Just in my studio. It's Friday afternoon, early October 8th, I believe. I want to talk to you about this one session I have tomorrow. So today's Friday. I got one big family tomorrow, 2 sessions on Sunday, and I believe 5 sessions on Monday. It's Thanksgiving weekend up here in Canada, and I know you guys down in the US celebrate about 4 weeks later. I think we've established our Thanksgiving a little bit earlier because, we want to avoid the snow. But it's prime weekend for fall colors. We've got a lot of demand for family bookings and couples. And I want to talk about this one shoot I got tomorrow. But let me point something out. There's my calendar. That's from last week. Where you see the light pink, those are sessions that were shot. There's the week gone by right now. This is today. So this week gone by is pretty quiet, but wherever you see red, those were sessions. And one was a grad, and that one in the middle here, that was 15 headshots. I did a video on that one a few days ago, so hopefully you enjoyed that. But we got a busy week coming up. I want to show you something though. This is cool. This is the week after. Check that out. Wherever you see red, that's a prepaid ferry shoot. So that's coming up a week from this weekend coming up. And then the week after, where you see blue is appointments for proofing, sales. And then the week after that, it's November 5th and 6th, or another ferry day coming up. We've got room for that. My wife tells me she's going to take appointments on the Sunday. So technically it's Friday, Saturday. Saturday's almost filled up. Got a few openings on Friday, but Friday's harder to book because the kids are in school, right? So the first weekend I show you is going to be in Sault Ste. Marie. We're a little more restricted when we do those out-of-town ferry days. We don't have as much flexibility. However, when we do them at our own studio, which is that weekend, we do have more flexibility. So, because we basically live in this town. But so we're going to extend it into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If we have to go 3 days, we will. We can virtually fill all day. We can do up to, if push came to shove, I could do up to 50 ferries in a weekend ferry promotion. So the amount of sales we make total, it's pretty sweet. It's a really good gig, sweet gig. And I'm surprised more photographers don't do those, or at least do similar promotions. If you're offering a unique package, a unique promotion that's going to really help you stand out from the crowd, and it's a pretty powerful marketing strategy. So anyways, so we have this family here coming in tomorrow. There's 19 people in the family. She really wants to go on location, and she really wants me to bring the red couch. Now, her mom is in the picture. Her mom's like about 87 years old. Her mom's quite frail. She can't walk far. That's fine. I've got some really good spots near Ramsey Lake, some nice park, lots of trees, excellent location. Even if it's really sunny out, which apparently it won't be. They're calling for 70% chance of rain tomorrow. Which 70% chance I'm not too worried about. And hopefully we're going to keep our fingers crossed. Now, tomorrow morning when we get up, we're going to check out the weather forecast. We've been tracking it for the last 2 days to make sure nothing changes. Because, from one day to the next, it might go from 70 to 40. And if that happens, I'm going to feel much, much better. Some people freak out. Some people freak out 5 days in advance and of a photo shoot, and it's calling for rain. They're like, we got to cancel, or we got to go indoors, and even though they really want to go outdoors. So I'm trying to calm them down and relax them and say, look, way too soon to tell. I've had forecasts where they were calling for 90% chance of rain, and it was gray out, but not a drop was to be had. So you can't really trust the weather forecast. So anyways, that's important to know, but it's more important for us to communicate that to our clients and work with them so they're happy. This lady here, well, she's a doctor, first of all. She's been to us before. She has I forget, 2 or 3 kids. I don't know if she came in on the baby's first year wall panel. Probably did, because she looks familiar. I know she's come in for first communion shots, fairy shots, and I remember she came to one of our first family by the falls photo shoots. We started doing those about 5 years ago. Anyways, this is a special shoot. So this is 3 generations. I believe it's her husband's mom. So it's the mom. I'm just trying to think. I don't know if she's a widow or... I don't think Grandpa's around. I don't think so. Yeah, she's 87. Yeah, she's alone. Anyway, she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 kids. 3 of those kids are married. And she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So each of the married couple has 3 kids, ranging from 19 years old, 19, 16, 14, 16. Oh yeah, they're all around... the oldest is 24, the youngest is 16. That's a good age now. I mean, I say that because sometimes, they got a lot of babies, and babies are much, much more challenging to work with. So anyways, this is one of my favorite shoots. I do these 3-generation photo shoots. So she's worried about weather. She wants to go outdoors, and she's worried about her mother-in-law, who's 87, who's quite frail. So our backup plan, we've looked at options, and this is important, again, when you're communicating with your clients. Tina has asked them, I said, are you flexible? Can you go Sunday? Because the weather's looking better for Sunday. It's actually dropping down to 40% chance of rain. And it's looking even better for Monday, which is good because we're doing our fall family photo shoot by the fall special that day. So anyways, we asked her if she's flexible. People are coming in from out of town. There's not a lot of flexibility. Some of them are coming in on Friday night, which is today. So if it looks like the chance of rain is pretty consistent most of the day today, except for earlier in the day, it is going to be nicer earlier in the day. So Tina's asked them, are you flexible on the day? Are you flexible on the time of day? So if we can go tomorrow earlier in the day, we will reschedule it. I can do that tomorrow because they are my only photo shoot tomorrow. So, we want to accommodate. We want to make them happy with the end result. This is very important to them. And if it rains, we have to go to the studio. The studio is our backup plan. So be it. They've come to terms with that. They're okay with that. So let me show you what my plan is if we come into the studio. So it's a large group. They're all adults. It's like 18, 19 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's 20 people. We told them if they come in the studio as our backup plan, we cannot use the red couch. We cannot use the red couch because it takes up too much space. The red couch works really well when we're outdoors in a park. We've got lots of room to maneuver. Okay, so anyways, tomorrow I'll have a better idea. And if it looks like we're going to come in the studio, I'm going to set up that wall. That wall is about 17 feet wide, so I'll have enough room to do a large group. So she mentioned something to my wife, Tina. She said something about, I don't know what it was, about the way I was going to pose the group. And most people don't ask that question about posing. However, this lady is kind of worried about it. So here's what I did. I went through my previous sessions from the last few years. Same backdrop. Actually, it's not the same backdrop. This is a 12-foot backdrop. I'll show you this right now. I sent this to Tina, and I said, why don't you just send her this to show that there are basically 1, 2, 3, there's almost 4. There's almost 4 levels. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people in this shot. And this is a 12-foot paper backdrop. I'll show you what that is. It's up there. It's that white one right there. See, I've got dark, almost black, mid-gray, and pure white. And if I can fit that many people on the 12-footer, well, with this backdrop here, I can fit this group. Even though it is not optimum, she's not wanting to go in the studio. She's accepted the fact that as a backup in case it rains, it's going to happen. So she's a good client, and we expect good sales from it. And that's part of how that works as far as building your photography business is concerned. You establish yourself as somebody that they want to go to. I think John and I talked about that a few days ago in our Photo Buzz, how clients come back year after year after year. And I've got so many clients here. Let me show you a few things here. Oh, here. I'm going to talk about this. It's in a minute too. That was from our first or second Family by the Falls special we had a couple of years ago. This wedding here was 2017. Her mom and dad, I photographed their wedding in the early 90s. So that was cool. I have done about 6 weddings where I photographed the parents' wedding. This couple here, I remember shooting their wedding. Now they have 2 babies. Yeah, there we go. And this family right here, I shot their wedding, shot their family photos, shot each one of those boys as the baby's first year wall panel. So the boy on the left, this guy, where is he here? This guy here. That's him right there. That sepia tone shot. That was taken with a D700, by the way. That's an older picture. I realize that because look, he's much older now. But it's one of my favorite expressions, and people love it when they see it. So anyways, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about building a business on a repeat basis, repeat clientele. So anyways, I was talking to somebody earlier today about how I used to be extremely shy when I was all the way up to my late 20s. I joined Toastmasters and I got much better at speaking. Look at these plants. Check this out. It's so sad. It's the end of the year. Yeah, those plants are going to the garbage. Winter's coming, so yeah, confidence is something that I don't believe you're born with it. You're not, I don't really believe in this, well, some people seem to be predisposed to confidence and selling, but, most of us are not that way. Most of us need to build it up. It's a skill. It's a skill set that you learn, that you practice over and over, just like riding a bike or learning to take pictures and analyzing light. So you see this building right behind me? All the way to the corner. My wife and I own that. There's 18 apartments and 6 commercial units and a house. I'm not saying that to brag. I want you to know that it's not something that I like to boast about. And I want to say that to tell you that I think it's important that you, it takes time to build up real estate assets, whether you're into real estate or whatever it is you're into. It doesn't matter if you're just into saving and stocks and bonds, or it doesn't matter. It takes time. We started very, very small in real estate, and it's grown for us over the years. So I'll give you a couple of tips and strategies on that. See, look at that. We painted it this summer. It was expensive. It was like $8,000 to paint it. See, we painted it. We kept some of it white, and some of the aluminum siding we painted black. So it's black and white. It's really kind of cool. And we're always 100% rented out. My wife manages the building. That's important because a lot of people get into real estate and they really struggle with being a landlord. And you've got to be very disciplined, and you've got to be you got to get along with your tenants. But more importantly, the most important thing you got to do is you got to pick the right tenants. if you don't pick good tenants, you're going to have nothing but hassles. So there's our billboard. See the black one? It's sagging. So the sign guy, he let him know about that, and he's going to replace it for us. So that's my second billboard. For 5-6 years I had a different one. You might have seen this before. I'm just going to flip the screen around. I'll give you some tips on real estate in a minute too. My daughter did that. We paid her like $400 or something. So that road right here is one of the main arteries that comes into our town. So anyways, our first real estate investment was a fourplex. We went in and we did some repairs on it. So here's the advice I want to give to you on real estate investing. And in many ways, you can sort of translate this into any kind of investing. Take your time. Don't get excited. Do your research. Do your due diligence. And be patient. When we started every week we were looking at places. We didn't get too excited. It's really one of the biggest mistakes people make is they fall in love with the property. You don't want to fall in love with the property. You want to be very objective about it and treat it like a business. Personally, I like older buildings that need work. You know, they need paint and wallpaper, maybe new windows. You know, a place that's been sort of ignored, needs some TLC. Now, if you get a place that needs serious work, you're only asking for problems. So you got to know what to buy and how to buy it. So I like buildings that are old and tired because they're easy to refurbish. That's how we've always bought our buildings. I also like to buy buildings that are listed for a while. Nobody's buying them. Why isn't anybody buying them? So the vendor might be motivated. Maybe he'll take back a mortgage, a second mortgage. Maybe he'll lower the price. I have never really liked the idea of putting in offers based on a cheaper price. What I like to do is, and this is what we did on this place, we went in and we asked the owner, he owned it, we asked him for a first mortgage. So we put a nice sizable cash payment down, and we didn't lower the price. We gave him exactly what he wanted. I've always liked that strategy. It's one of my favorite strategies because you think of the psychology behind it, and you think about how most people, when they're selling stuff like this, they expect you to come in with some sort of a lesser than asking price, or worse yet, a lowball price. Here's my ride. Check this out. That's my motorcycle. I took it to work today because it's going to be one of the very last days. Take the bike out. So anyways, I wanted to share that with you. Talk about some strategies with sessions, real estate, and confidence when it comes to public speaking and selling. So yeah, it's pretty much a general synopsis on the real estate front, and it's all I can give you. I mean, really, there's a lot to it. So I would urge you to get educated. This is a bad time right now because the real estate market, we're in a bubble. Doesn't mean they're not out there. And most places, multiple offers are being put in, and quite often we see offers coming in well over asking. So it's kind of a shitty time to be getting into real estate. However, money's cheap too. That's probably what's driving it. So if you get into real estate, again, be patient, don't get excited, and pick good tenants. You have to be very firm on that one. So, all right, if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks, guys.